Greetings, my sports to the bone people. So we have made it to day 5. Yes, my viewers, not a lot of people were anticipating that West Indies would have been able to match up with India and get the game all the way down to the 5th day. And going into day 5, 3 results are still possible. West Indies can either win, we can lose, or the game can, they can play out to a draw. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. Plus, we're going to take a look at a couple of West Indian players that are taking part in the MLC. That's the Major League Cricket. We would have seen Nicholas Pooran last night getting a half century, picking up the player of the match. He is basically warming up, getting himself ready for the white ball leg of the India tour of the Caribbean. We would have also seen the likes of Andre Russell and Sunil Narayan going playing in a game yesterday. So let me just give you some of the MLC cricket and then we'll take a look at the tests. So the first one here, we have the Mumbai Indians New York team, which is captained by Kieron Pollard, and they went up against the Washington Freedom. Now, the Mumbai Indians New York team, they won that game courtesy of a top score from Nicholas Pooran. So, the Washington Freedom, they won the toss and batted first, and they actually scored 160 for 6 of their 20 overs. So, 160 for 6. Now, the only West Indian that we have there in that team that would have batted, Akeal Hosein, he scored 8 from 4. So Akeal Hosein scored 8 runs from 4, and the top scorer in that game there, we have Glenn Phillips. Glenn Phillips, he made 47. That's Glenn Phillips from, where's Glenn Phillips from again? New Zealand. He made 47 from 35, but that was not enough. In terms of the bowling for the Mumbai Indians New York, Kieron Pollard, he actually bowled. Pollard bowled 4 overs for 33 runs, and he picked up 2 wickets. So 4 overs, 33 runs, 2 wickets. And, we would have also seen Rashid Khan bowling 4 overs for 29 runs. He picked up 1 wicket. And a couple of other bowlers, Trent Boult, got a wicket also. So, Pollard and his team, they got 160 to chase. And they were able to get 161 for 2. So 161 for 2 is what Pollard and his team ended up with, and they took 15.3 overs to score that. 15.3. So let me give you the batting there now for that team. Nicholas Pooran, he was the top scorer, getting 62 from 33. Kieron Pollard, the captain, he was left not out on 21. So those are the guys that did the work there. Monak Patel, he also got some runs. He made 44 in that game. Pooran actually batting at number 3 in this team. So shout out to Pooran and Pollard. Their team won that game. Quickly moving on to the next game, we had the LAKR, that's the Los Angeles Knight Riders, going up against the SEA. So let me see. Yeah, man. Let me see the score. So Sunil Narayan, the captain, his team won that game there by 2 wickets. Yeah, man, they won that game by 2 wickets. So the SEA, they made 170 for 6 of their 20 overs. 170 for 6 of 20 overs. In terms of the batting for them, they have guys like Quinton de Kock batting, he made 10. We had Anwar, he made 32. But the top scorer there was Jay Surya. He made 60 from 45. We didn't have any West Indian there batting in that lineup. So that is how it went. In terms of the bowling for the Los Angeles team, Andre Russell bowled 2 overs, which cost him 28 runs. He picked up 1 wicket. Sunil Narayan, the captain, he bowled 4 overs for 30 runs and picked up 1 wicket. Adam Zappa, he bowled 4 overs for 26 runs, got 2 wickets. Spencer Johnson bowled 4 overs, 27 runs and 1 wicket. When it came around for time for the chase, the Los Angeles Knight Riders, they were mustered across the line by Riley Russo. He scored 78 from 36, so he was the main man there. Andre Russell got 37 from 29. Sunil Narayan, the captain, he made 8 runs, and yeah man, that is how it went there, and they were able to win that game. We didn't have any West Indian bowling for the opposite team. So those are the 2 teams, my viewers and subscribers. The game, well, the four teams, 2 games yesterday. A couple of West Indians in action. Pollard and Pooran vital to their team's victory. Sunil Narayan and Andre Russell doing their thing with the ball and the bat respectively to get their team across the line. Alright, so let us finish it up with some test match. Now, in a couple of hours time, based on when this is going out, West Indies will look to go out there and show the Indians that they are not afraid, or we are not afraid. We are going to be chasing down 289 more runs, and we have 8 wickets in hand. Highly unlikely, not impossible though. You know, we have Jermaine Blackwood, who is due for some runs at the crease, and he is there with Tej Narayan. Shandopal, 76 for 289 more runs to get. We have already lost Captain Craig Brathwaite and we have lost Kurt McKenzie. So Alec Arthanes and Joshua Da Silva alongside Hole and a couple of others are still left to come. So it's going to be tough, but as I said on the live show that we did last night, the aim should be bat out the first hours of play, the first hour of play up to the water break, and then they try and take it as close as possible to the lunch break. Once we are able to do that, you know, I am hoping that Jermaine Blackwood and Tejan and Shandopal would be scoring. You know, if we make it up to lunch and we haven't lost any wicket, then I think we should go at it. Hopefully we would have scored some runs by then. You know, somebody would have to, you know, Shandopal would have to know that, listen, if he gets all the way up to lunch with Blackwood, then he needs to up the tempo, because, you know, we still would have had 8 wickets in hand going into the last couple of sessions, and that would mean that, you know, if we can probably try and pull it off. As I said, it's going to be difficult to score 289 against India with only 8 wickets in hand, but it's not impossible. So we're going to continue to monitor this one. Just stay tuned to the channel. Hopefully lunchtime or tea time, I can give you an update, and the update will be a positive one and not one where West Indies would have been bowled out. So just continue to stay tuned, and I will keep you up to date. Big up on yourself.